Good morning, all. It's Ian here from the Sports Card Side Hustle, coming to you with a top hustle play of the week, but it's actually a tip on a card to avoid and why, or avoid buying raw, ungraded at least. Most people know that I'm a big proponent of buying cards raw, ungraded, and getting them in for grading, and I've spent a lot more time in recent year or so checking out the data on that, especially from gemrate.com. I highly recommend the site. It's free. And it's got sorts and filters where you could put in a player for player data, get all their history of their cards, and then you could filter down to high-end cards such as Kabooms or Downtowns or any of those, Color Wheel, Color Blast, any of those. And you could see for a year a certain card, a certain print, the gem rate or the rate that it gets a PSA 10 at, for example. And that's pretty huge when you could take some recent years, ultra-modern cards that are just out recently, and find where they have under a 5% gem rate with like 100 to 200 cards graded. And then another year, or a year prior to that, where it's actually older, where they had an 80% gem rate for the same type of card. It's happened with Kaboom, where they varied between like 3% and near 80% within a year. So it shows you something went wrong with the quality control, or something went much better with the quality control in another year. So the card I'm telling you to avoid is a Christian McCaffrey 2021 Kaboom. And actually I'm seeing this a lot with the 2021 football absolute Kabooms. And so we'll go through that data more coming up. But in this episode, I'm basically warning you, there's a reason you see no PSA 10s in the Sports Card Investor app when you see the sales. And raw, you're paying up into the mid 200s now. In a PSA 9, you might get 300, right? The last couple were 250 and then 300. If it was me, I would just go ahead and buy that card graded. I'm not going to buy it, spend the time going through like $40 grading. Maybe you do 25 or whatever. But if you want a McCaffrey back soon, I would be sure, and I would just get this graded. And I'm going to show you the data on that, why this is like a, for sure, no-brainer. If you go across, so he's got Kabooms. What I did here is I did player data from gemrate.com, Christian McCaffrey. But then you'll notice I filtered on Kaboom. So we've got all 6 of his variations of Kabooms. What does that mean? We have 2020 and 2021s, different types, base, gold, and green that have been graded. So look at that. If you go up to the 2021s, I sorted by worst gem rate. We got a 0% on a green because it was 0 out of 1, right? They're 1 of 1. But 75 have been graded of his regular Kabooms from 2021, and 3%, 2 out of 75 got a PSA 10. And we probably haven't seen any of those come to market. But those should really have a premium, a serious premium in price, because there's something wrong. And his best Kaboom year, the year prior, 2020, it still only got a 21%. So I'm only finding 1 year of downtown in this data in gemrate.com, the 2019, and there's only been 9 graded. It says 8 out of 9 got a PSA 10 and 88%. So anyways, this card right here, I would not buy raw, even though 90 to 95% of my time I buy raw. Probably wouldn't buy this card because I don't usually enjoy them already graded and slabbed. I like the turnaround of getting a better grade than what I paid for. So that's my top hustle play of the week. The tip: avoid the 2021 Christian McCaffrey Kaboom. Buying it raw. Don't buy it raw. If you have any questions about it, ask me about it. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. All right, have a good week, all.